I like making stuff, specifically videos. And every time that I do, I go through the same thing. Doubt, disgust, joy. That is my process. No matter what I'm working on, whether it's a story, a short film, an ad, or a song, it's always those three.
We've been doing this?
We walked across the entire venue.
What are you hoping to gather from this?
When I first start a project, this is when I question whether or not it's a good idea. I'll ask people, does this sound interesting? Or say things like, I'm worried this idea is kind of stupid. It's uncomfortable, but ultimately it's harmless. Well, I hope that this didn't suck. Once I'm about halfway in though, my doubt evolves into disgust. This is the part of the process when I absolutely loathe every single aspect of whatever it is that I'm working on. From the writing, to the visuals, to the editing, I hate everything. I hate it with such intensity that I'll question whether or not I'll make something ever again. I'll Google whether or not I'm too old to become a foreign services officer, or I'll check to see if my LSAT scores have expired. I question the very fabric of my creative being. It is the lowest of the lows. It is disgust. That's going to sound intense. And, it should. It is intense. But it's not that I don't like what I do. I love what I do. It's just that each time I actually go about making something, my brain tries to convince me to stop. It tries to keep me from feeling discomfort. But on the other side of discomfort comes the reward. I don't know how to say it other than it just always seems to happen. At some point in the refinement process, I don't hate it anymore. Joy represents the moment where I catch the first glimpse of whatever it is I was trying to make. Without fail, I go through the same process: doubt, disgust, joy. And I find that fascinating because I've always struggled with my process. Or rather, I always assumed that because I was experiencing such intense doubt and disgust, that meant something was wrong, or that I just wasn't very good.
Oh no! Oh, he's down!
But what I'm starting to realize is that isn't necessarily the case. In fact, it might be a sign that I'm doing something good. Hating my own work, as uncomfortable as it is just another part of my process of making work. All right, I want to take a quick moment to interrupt this video because I'm editing it right now. That's me. The irony is, the video I'm making about telling myself, hey, it's totally chill to hate your stuff, I hate this video. I don't hate it. But I think it's kind of dumb. But that's the joy of making stuff and putting it on the internet. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you look at my process as a journey from start to end, disgust is just that, that gas station that you always stop at. I have been here before. I have stopped here many times. Not many times, 2 times before. The sun rises and the sun sets, and hastening to its place, it rises there again.
The sun also rises.
The journey is what the journey is. It's not my job to question it. It's simply my job to make it. Way to go, Todd. Questioning your work does not mean that it is bad. It means that it's in the process of becoming good. And there's something reassuring about it, because the alternative is to make nothing at all. And that wouldn't be very fun. My dad had a saying that his grandmother would tell him when he was young. Après l'orage, il y a toujours le soleil. After the storm, there is always sun. After doubt and disgust, there is always joy. I'll fix this in post. And every time that I do, I like making stuff. I've said this a billion times. Le soleil. Après, my French is awful. I did not do a good job of reading this script because I did not memorize it. Because whatever.